Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello, everyone in podcast listening land. I'm Karen DeVanie.
And I'm Varner.
And we're sisters.
Welcome to Sugar-Coated Murder, where we'll discuss
And probably inappropriately laugh about and comment on.
Yep, one of our favorite subjects.
Murder. Oh, and we love to bake. And why not combine our two favorite subjects?
Baking
And killers.
Karen DeVanie.
And Varner.
We are shaking it up live at Tidal Grounds in Mount Pleasant.
Look at us. We are remote, guys. We're traveling around and haven't been arrested yet.
Not yet, but the day's young.
Yeah, I know. So,
we decided it's Thanksgiving week. We are going to do a shorty and have Thanksgiving and come back. And after that, we'll do more murder.
Yeah, and we're going to start off by saying happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yes, to all of our listeners.
Happy Thankful Day. Happy Gobble Day.
Gobble, yeah.
Yeah, happy We're So Grateful for All of Our Listeners Day. And
whatever. It's good.
It's good. And like we said, we're at Tidal Grounds in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
A lovely coffee
cute
shop.
Little coffee
adorable.
And so today, we're not doing coffee talk. We're doing tea talk because we're having hot tea.
And it is delicious.
It's delightful hot tea. This is called
Blue Eyes.
Yes, and it's decaf because we're old and, well, at least I am. And
I didn't realize it was decaf.
it's decaf. That's why I picked it.
That makes me a little sad.
No, because at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, if I drink hot tea, I won't sleep tonight.
You are a grandma.
I am grandma. I don't know what to do. So anyway, so we're just going to have a chit chat today about just random things. The main thing that we wanted to talk about are some shows that we're following right now.
We've been watching some amazing shows.
Yeah, and during the pandemic, God bless us all, I think we've all become TV addicts. So one of the ones that you and I are watching together religiously is The Undoing
Holy
on HBO
cow.
with Nicole Kidman.
Oh my gosh.
So that one, we've got one episode to go.
Yes.
And
the
guys,
finale.
you all have got to watch this show.
It's insane.
I can't figure it out. Normally, I'm really good about figuring out stuff before it ends.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, anybody could have figured that one out. I can't figure this one out.
Yeah, we always think it's so obvious. And then,
I know.
But no, this one is not
great.
obvious.
And it's got a great cast. Nicole Kidman is in it. What's that guy's name? The British dude?
Oh, right.
Human. He's not a human. I mean, he is a human.
No, it's no.
No, it's not. Oh, gosh.
Oh, darn. We can't remember.
And Donald Sutherland's in it. He's the guy
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
That's
See, he is a Hugh.
Yeah,
he's a Hugh. Human.
Yes.
So that one is a really good one. And we're
It's
just
suspenseful.
completely addicted. They have to come up. They have to have a season 2.
They have to. I don't know how they're going to wrap it up on the finale.
I don't either. I think we are being led to believe that we know who did this.
I have no idea.
But honestly, we really don't know, and I think there's going to have to be a season 2.
It could be one of 4 people right now.
It could be. Well, that's pretty much the whole cast.
Oh, wait, one of 5 people. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole main cast.
I think Donald Sutherland could have done it.
Absolutely.
I think Nicole Kidman could have done it. I think Hugh Grant could have done it.
Yep.
And I think their
little kid,
child, he could have also.
And I think the husband could have done it. The other husband could have done it. And I honestly think that the attorney friend of Nicole Kidman's, she could have done it.
No.
Come on, she could have done it.
No.
She could have done it. I'm just saying.
No.
Attorneys make really good murderers because they know the system.
No.
Whatever. So that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
We just finished watching Yellowstone. Hello, Kevin Costner.
Oh, my God.
God.
I discovered that I never finished the season. I stopped watching thinking I had seen the finale and then didn't see the finale.
Right, because then I started talking to you about the finale and you were completely lost. I was like, did you watch this season?
I said, well, maybe I need to watch the finale again and remind myself. And then I realized halfway through, I ain't never seen that. So I'm just wondering where I stopped. I must have stopped. I don't know. I got to go back and watch it. So
yeah, that's a good one. That one's a Kevin Costner show.
Yeah, and then the other one that we binged completely.
Let's stay with that for just a minute because a guy named Taylor Sheridan actually wrote Yellowstone. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that he is Nicolette Sheridan's son.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm going to have to do some research.
Yeah, I think I did already.
Good on ya.
If you want to research it more, go right ahead.
You're saying I think. That means you didn't research it.
I always say I think, unless I'm 100% sure.
Well, get on it, girl. Get 100%.
Oh my gosh.
So the other one that we binged is on Netflix.
Right, but I don't know. There's so many, I don't know which one you're talking about right now.
So this one is Save Me.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good one.
So there's 2 seasons of this. It's Save Me and Save Me 2. And the guy that wrote it, produced it, and stars in it played, I think his name was Morgan. I did not watch The Walking Dead.
I've been in here. Yeah.
Right. I think his name was Morgan on The Walking Dead. But
so his name is Lenny James. Phenomenal
He is
actor.
incredible. He is an incredible actor. And this is, of course, it's one of these British shows, and so, which we absolutely adore. And this has been so suspenseful. It's really, really good. So the first season is Save Me. The second season is Save Me 2.
How convenient.
There has to be a third season, and I don't know what they're going to call it. Save Me Again?
Save Me 3?
No, because the other one was Save Me TOO, like also.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what are they going to save me some more?
Yeah. Continue to save me.
Continue to save me. Keep saving me. Like, I don't
save
know.
me one more time.
I don't know what it is.
This is the last time I'll ask.
So anyway, I just think that if you all are not watching that, you got to watch it. Don't binge it like I did, because it's so disappointing when you watch it in one night.
Shows like that are not bad to binge watch, but when we watched the documentary about Michelle McNamara's book.
Yeah, that was
on the
horrible.
Golden State Killer. We binged that in a day, and then we were too scared to
I'll Be
do
Gone
anything.
in the Dark. That's the one. I'll Be Gone in the Dark. That's hers on HBO, and we binged it, and then I had nightmares. And of course, I'm trapped in a recliner when I'm sleeping because of this arm situation. So I couldn't see behind me at night if somebody was sneaking up on me. So I made my husband put a chair and a cardboard box in front of the door in case somebody was trying to sneak up on me. It's our alarm system.
Yeah.
So,
didn't it just go to the dump? Your husband took that box away.
He did, but we get shipments every day, Sugar.
It's true.
Yeah. So there's another one out there. Don't worry, we update our security system daily.
So late breaking news here. This Taylor Sheridan, no relation.
Oh, so now we've started a rumor.
So, sorry. I started a huge rumor.
Yeah, it's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Nobody expects us to get things right.
It's very true. I don't know why I even
Everybody would be like, they got that right? Oh my gosh, what is happening?
Yeah, so that...
that's a total rumor.
Yeah, what was that called again? Something in the Dark?
I'll Be Gone in the Dark is Michelle McNamara.
Yeah, that one was...
That's intense.
That one was really intense.
What's intense about it is the fact that, or not intense, I think the endearing part is that when she untimely died.
Right. That her husband and her friends took over.
They took over and finished that book with her.
Which was a really big deal.
And that was really amazing.
And it's too bad she wasn't alive when they actually caught him. But
yes.
I never realized how much information people shared with her.
Yeah.
How much access she had to the case files.
I didn't realize it either. They actually sent all the case files home with her.
It just is insane to me.
Yeah, it was a whole room full of boxes.
Because she wasn't part of any
she's just
police.
Not just a journalist, but she's a journalist.
A journalist.
But she's not.
And a true crime blogger at the time.
Yeah.
So other than her just unwavering interest in the case, there really was
say
big
obsession.
Well, it was definitely obsession. But maybe if you go in and watch that, maybe break it up. Break it up a little bit. Watch some of it, take a break.
Watch something funny in between.
Right.
Or a cooking show.
Oh my God, don't even get me started on the cooking shows that are out right now.
So we're of course we're cooking show fanatics.
We love the Great British Baking Show. So the holiday one is on right now.
So we've got we're finishing up the Great British Baking Show. That's about to be the finale.
Oh, I hate it when it ends, but I do think there's a Christmas.
There's a holiday one coming out in November, which we're in November by the way.
And what's that other one we like? Sugar Rush.
Yes.
That one's on Netflix too. That also has a holiday.
Christmas.
Yes, coming out on Friday.
Yes, that's
so
exciting.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I nailed it. I like it. It gets kind of old.
It gets old. I can't binge it, but I can watch 2 or 3 of those episodes, especially if I'm trying to break it up from like a really dark crime show that I've been watching,
yes,
and I need something
it is a good
light.
filler for true.
It's a really good filler because I mean I really identify with a lot of those people on Nailed It. I say all the time I should go on that show.
I don't think so.
The things that they do, I could never do, and that's the whole point.
Right. No, I think that you're maybe no, I wouldn't think that you would qualify for that show.
I think I would qualify, and I think I would be good on it. So give me a call, y'all.
Right. She's waiting for your call.
I'm waiting. So we're also watching the holiday baking show with Duff and Carla.
And Nancy.
They're the judges this year, and that Jesse Palmer. He is a tall drink of water.
And he is indeed.
And he's on so much stuff.
Like he is.
I know he was in the NFL, but I think what really launched his fame was he was on The Bachelor.
I didn't realize
That's how he got boosted.
I wonder if he's still a bachelor. Maybe it didn't take.
I hope not.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he is fine as mulled wine.
Oh my.
So anyway, we watched that one.
Yes, and I watched another one that you don't watch called The Holiday Big Bake, I think it's called.
I actually recorded that last night for the first time.
So
I haven't
one of the
watched
contestants on the one that was on last night actually won the Holiday Baking Championship.
Oh, fun!
It was the year when they did, like, the big finale was the 12 Days of Christmas cake.
Yeah.
And she did the one with the geese laying eggs. She's back.
Oh, that's awesome!
I know.
So I started watching Sugarland.
Candyland. No.
Sorry,
Sugarland. That's a different one.
Candyland.
That's the one with Kristen Chenoweth. Yeah.
So one of the guys on there that's competing has been in one of these baking shows that we've watched. I recognize them. I recognize a lot of them. So I really like it when we see them on other shows.
I do too.
Because it tells me they're not just a one and done kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That they actually are really bakers and they're in it to be
There's
recognized
a whole
as
circuit.
Yeah, I love it.
Like a whole baker circuit.
Nothing wrong with it.
They go to all kinds of. It's like pageantry.
It is like pageantry, but it's only baking. I don't have a problem with that. I think that's great to have a good circle of people that travel around and do different contests and stuff. I think it's cool.
I have no problem with it.
I know. When I used to compete on horseback, I used to see the same people over and over again.
Not the same thing.
Barnes competed against Barnes.
It's not the same thing.
It is so the same thing.
It's not.
It was because it was competing to see what barn won the most ribbons.
Stop.
It was very close to the same. I know I was only 6.
All right. Yeah. That's like trying to put cheerleading, categorize that in with. No. It's baking. It's a talent.
It is a talent. What, horseback riding is not a
Your
talent?
horse is doing most of the work. Shut up.
Oh, I think there's some equestrians that are going to be getting in touch with you. Definitely.
Different category.
So we're also watching what's the cookie one?
The Christmas Cookie Challenge.
Yes, I also want to call it the Christmas Cookie Exchange.
Is that her name?
Ree Drum.
Right.
Ree Drum.
I have a hard time. I think it's Drummond.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time watching her because she's got this smile and it's always on her face and it makes my face hurt. Like, it's too much. It's too much.
I know
it's her personality. It is.
It's just
not
who she is.
I don't think it's her fault.
It's not her fault.
It's me. It's totally me.
It's totally you.
Yeah.
It's totally you because she is just a very smiley person.
She's very smiley.
She's very smiley.
I don't have a problem with the smile. It's just the way somehow her smile set. It really makes
almost like her cheeks are pinching.
Yeah.
So it looks painful.
It does. It does.
Because we don't have those kind of well-trained smile muscles.
We do not.
No, that is not us. It's totally
Which is why we're
not us.
podcasters and we're not on TV.
That's right. Exactly. But you never know. There could be a genre for us one day out on the telly too.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
So what else are we watching?
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Don't say General Hospital.
Oh, don't even get me started on
say
General
it.
Hospital right now.
No.
Sure, there was a huge explosion at the floating rib. I don't know
Really?
who's
Because
gonna
when I
live.
watched it 20 years ago, the same thing happened.
Oh.
Yes, it did.
But Mac and Felicia own the floating rib now.
I don't care. I don't care. It has changed hands so many times. It's time for the floating rib to sink.
Well, I'll tell you this one thing, and then I'll put it to bed.
Please.
Jason lives. Yes.
But does he wear clothes?
Unfortunately,
Okay,
yes,
what's
they
the
still
point?
clothe him. I know.
What's
I
the
know.
point? I
know.
don't see any point in that.
I don't either, but it
So
happens.
I have
So
a
anyway.
question for you that I was thinking about today, and I can't seem to. I know I've got anesthesia brain these days, but I can't remember where the stuffing ball originated in our family.
I believe it was stuffing in the shape of a ball at Grandma Seal's.
Was it at Grandma Seal's? Okay, so when we were growing up,
She did two kinds of, and they called it dressing. It's not stuffing, it's dressing.
Well, okay, so
Two kinds of dressing. She did an oyster dressing, which was
Yes.
like looked in a casserole dish.
Yes.
And then she did the regular
stuffing
dressing.
balls that were for the kids, really, because we didn't
Right.
have the oysters.
But I think maybe it was a differentiation, maybe so you knew which was which. One was in a ball, one was in a casserole dish.
I also feel like it was about portion control.
No, they never did portion control with us at Thanksgiving.
No, so
You could
we
have
used
as
to-
many orange halves with
Oh.
sweet potato pudding, filling, and marshmallow on top as you wanted.
You could. It seemed unlimited.
It did.
It seemed unlimited. So when we were growing up, our grandmother lived in Buena Vista, Virginia, a very scenic, beautiful little town in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Oh, yeah.
So we used to go up and over
Afton.
Mountain, and usually we traveled after our dad would get off work on Wednesday. So we always traveled at night when the traffic was the worst, and it seemed like it always snowed on Afton Mountain.
It certainly did.
And we would go up sometimes in a station wagon. Most of the time we were in a station wagon, and I can remember it being so bad that Daddy had to get out one year and put the chains on the tires.
Oh, God.
And that was just a mess.
It was a horrible mess.
Horrible mess. So we would track on up there and then get up Thanksgiving morning and have Thanksgiving and stayed the whole weekend, and then usually came back on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
So, and the crazy thing is, at Grandma's house, she had a back bedroom that fit our entire family.
Our
in
whole
it.
family, yep.
So
She
it had
two
a
twin beds, a cot
an
from
army
Virginia,
cot.
from Virginia Military Institute.
that she kept an old wool blanket on it that would itch you, scratch you to death.
Yeah, it was that old Land's End.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it had I guess a double bed in there. Is that either a double
no, it
or
was
a
bigger.
queen? Was it a queen?
I think it was at least a queen or a king.
So, yeah. So we go in there and
Yeah, our whole
Pack in.
family. The whole family.
we'd all go in there and pack in and sleep, all of us in that same room. So, and that was crazy. That was, and so she also had a couple more bedrooms and then one bathroom between all of us.
Yeah, and
And
somehow we
made
managed.
it work. I don't know how we did it.
It didn't even seem to be an issue.
I feel like it might have been an issue as we were getting to be teenagers.
Maybe.
But yeah, so good times though. We
Oh
had
my
aunts
gosh.
and uncles and cousins that we only saw at Thanksgiving that would
The
come.
whole entire ride to the mountains from Franklin, my brother and sister would torture me about stories of Sasquatch.
Yes.
that Sasquatch was going to be coming out of the mountains, and they only got whoever was sleeping on that Virginia
On the
Military
cot.
Institute cot, which was always me.
No, one year I got in trouble for telling you a story, and then they made me sleep on the cot.
Oh, now see, that
Yeah.
served you right.
I know, but for a long time you slept on the cot because
I
you were the youngest and always the smallest.
Right.
So it made sense. But yeah, so good times.
They were very good times.
Good times. We had good times back then. So
Yeah.
I couldn't remember where the stuffing ball originated.
Yeah,
Now I
Grandma
know.
Seals. They came from Grandma Seals.
Because we still
house.
do a stuffing ball.
We do, and it really is honestly the only way I enjoy stuffing
Me too.
anymore.
And I love it the next day cold out of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Oh my
But if
gosh.
you don't, here's the key to the stuffing ball. And it really is just the Pepperidge Farm stuffing in the blue bag.
Yes.
You follow the directions and you make it. But instead of putting it into a casserole dish and baking it, you're going to put your hand in there and you're going to make balls. I did discover last year that it was so much easier using an ice cream scoop.
Yes, that is definitely, or a cookie scoop, like if you have a
Yeah,
large cookie scoop.
right. So you make it in a nice size ball, you put it on your baking sheet, and the key is you've got to put it in the oven, because if it doesn't get that crispy outer shell on it, it's not,
mushy.
it just doesn't taste the same.
Yeah, well,
the flavors need to meld together. And
here's the thing: don't make the ball too big.
No, don't.
Because then
if
it
your
stays
balls are
moist
too big,
moist in the middle. If
you don't want a moist.
You don't want big moist balls.
No.
On your. You don't want those on the Thanksgiving table.
No.
But so do it about the size of, I don't know, like a 10-year-old's fist.
Here you go.
And if you don't have a 10-year-old, just go find one. Drive around town in a van and then just ask the kid, can you hold your fist so I can measure how big my balls are?
Right.
And I'm sure you'll be fine. Nobody is going to suspect a thing.
No, you'll be fine with that.
You'll be fine. Yeah,
and
you'll be fine.
Safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure any 10-year-old would help you out on the street.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So what other shows are we watching right now? What is that one that we watched? It's on Netflix, and it was like Dirty John, only it was a documentary, and these ladies had all had relationships with this one jerky guy who stole thousands of dollars from every single one of them, and they ran this blog.
It's something Con.
Oh, maybe. You'll have to figure that one out. But anyway, that's a really fun show to watch, because you follow these ladies who've been scorned by this jerk, but the cameras are actually filming him as he's doing all of these horrible things. And the women catch up with him and notify the girlfriend that he has, so that he can't then do it to somebody else. But the last girlfriend that he has... Love Fraud.
Oh,
that's
my
what it
God,
is.
that's
an interesting one.
That is really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And it, like, at first I didn't realize it was a documentary, so I thought it was a series with actors and stuff, but turns out it's not. It's like real people. This is like really happening.
Yeah.
And it's just one guy.
It's one guy.
And I mean...
And what people see in him, I have no idea.
I still can't figure it out.
It's insane.
I don't know, but he sure does get the ladies.
He does.
And he gets them, and then gets them to trust him enough to take their money.
I know. They're turning over insurance policies.
Some of them are young.
And, oh, my God.
Some of these women are young, and it's like, what you doing?
I know.
I don't know. And he has really, like, he had one lady start a restaurant, and then by the time it came around, time for her to pay the employees their first paycheck, that man had emptied out the bank account and left.
I know it. It's insane.
And the crazy thing is, he had talked her into opening a seafood restaurant in Kansas City. Or in Wichita. Like, I mean, I get it. There's a niche there that has not been filled.
Oh, Lord.
But
where is there fresh seafood coming? I mean, you know it's fresh.
I don't think anybody said it was fresh. It's just a crab house. They never said it was a fresh crab house. So that's a crazy one. That's a good one to watch. You could binge it if you wanted to. But with the Thanksgiving holiday coming up, here's what happens for me. Wednesday, full of excitement because you're prepping.
Right.
Thursday, it's cooking and eating.
Right.
And then Thursday night, it's
food coma.
You're in a food coma. You're with your people. You're in your jammies. You're binging TV shows, you're watching football, or for us, we're playing board games.
Right.
And then Friday comes along, and I'm bored. And I got to have something to do. And I don't want to go out for Black Friday. We're past that stage in our life. We did that before. We're not doing that again. And now I don't even think they have Black Friday stuff. Then it's, what do you do to entertain yourself? And this is the way.
Yeah.
This is the way.
You got to find stuff. Yeah. Or you research murders, like we do.
Or you research murders, and then you tell your family about them, and they're like, "Oh my God, stop telling me about murder. Get a podcast."
I know, that's so true. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, listen, I was researching a murder because, I don't know. I thought it was interesting, and I'm going to tell you about it. I know we said we weren't going to talk about murder, but I'm just going to talk a little tiny bit about because this story.
Listen, this is sugar-coated murder where you get your cupcake and your murder too.
Holy crap, you're so right. So, the story says that in around 1846, there's this group of grave diggers in New York, and they have this spooky experience where they ask to disinter a body from a burial ground.
What does that mean?
That means to
exhume
it. Yeah.
Because disinter means make it not centered. To me, that would say, go make it not centered.
Right.
But that's not what it means. Exhume.
So they had been given a tip. A letter had been written to them from, and they wanted to dig up Mrs. Friend.
Mrs. Friend?
Mrs. Friend.
Oh, but she was a nice lady.
So the letter says, Mrs. Friend, it seems, died February 1830, very suddenly, having retired to rest almost in her usual health, and was lifeless by 3 o'clock the next morning.
That sounds like me.
She was a hale, hearty old lady, 68 years of age.
Hale Hardy?
Hale, hearty.
All right.
I'm not lying.
Hale Hardy.
But,
don't ever call me that, because I don't even know what that means.
And she was unacquainted with disease.
But that means she was well?
Yes. It becoming necessary to remove the bodies of those buried in the ground, described the coffin of Mrs. F. was taken up with the rest and was found to exhibit no indication whatever of decay, being as solid as when first placed in the earth. As the grave diggers, they got permission, so they go, they dig up the coffin, they lift the coffin out. The lid was accidentally knocked off.
Oops.
And the face and neck of Mrs. Friend exhibited all the fullness which it possessed in life.
Wait a minute,
So,
I'm going to need to know her beauty secrets.
I'm going to tell you. So remember, this is 1846. This woman died in 1830.
Okay, so this is before Oil of Olay.
So this is 16 years
She was rubbing some primrose
in
on
the
her
ground.
cheeks.
In the ground, right.
My God.
So
She probably looked better than me on a good day.
it said the cheeks were somewhat larger, and with the exception of the absence of eyes, there was not the slightest appearance of decay.
She didn't have any eyeballs.
Well, no.
Ew.
The surface, however, was
They're probably like dried up
Stop.
little raisins.
Let me finish telling you. The surface, however, was covered with a thick, filmy, white mold, and upon removing it, the skin presented the fairest, purest surface even seen on alabaster. The flesh was as solid and hard as the purest sperm, and perfectly free from disagreeable odor.
Did you say
Sperm in the context that it means a hard, white, waxy substance,
what the?
which is found on the heads of sperm whales
I don't know where this story came from.
and is much used at this date in cosmetics and candles. So you're probably got it on your face.
I probably do right now.
On further examination, the whole person was found to be in the same wonderful state of preservation, all undeclared. Of 200 bodies interned in this burial ground, this is the only one that had not returned to dust. The cap on her hair and the ribbons had preserved their form and color. So she was
So even the ribbons were preserved.
perfectly.
Somebody starched the hell out of that woman before they put her in the ground.
Yeah. When actually, so a few days after the family of the late Mrs. Friend were shocked to see her again, made preparations to rebury her, but fearing that there might be danger of the removal of of it being removed. They were worried that somebody would come in after them and remove it, having heard about this perfectly preserved woman. They actually decided to take it to a museum, and instead of having a mahogany case on top of it, they made the lid totally out of glass where it now resides. Yeah. It is thought that this woman had something called an adipoker. It's now pretty well understood.
Adipoker?
Sometimes anaerobic bacteria digest the tissue of a corpse, turning the flesh into a waxy substance through a chemical process known as saponification. This is used in industry to produce soap.
Oh my God, she had turned to soap.
She had turned to soap.
But why?
Don't know.
I mean, why her?
She continues to be on display in Philadelphia.
Oh, I'm going. In
the Mutter Museum of College of Physicians of Philadelphia.
I gotta go. To hell with the Liberty
Yeah.
Bell. I gotta go see this lady.
Yeah. She turned into soap.
It's so cool.
How interesting is that?
I mean, it's a pandemic. We need to wash our hands. I'm just saying, crack open the glass and let's have
Well,
some.
she was doing something right because she actually turned into soap.
We need to get in touch with her people and find out what she was doing.
Well, you look them up. They're in Philadelphia.
I will.
I'll give you the address of the museum, and you can find out.
I'm going to figure
what
out
her beauty regimen was.
That's important.
So then you can figure out how she was so well preserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should have started this process maybe a few years back, but it's okay. We can catch up.
A few years back. Are you
a few
kidding?
decades back.
My goodness.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
That's what we find when we're researching murder. All
yeah,
kinds of
it's the
stuff before
that
we
we
actually
stumble
get
upon
to the right
that we
thing.
yeah, and then we never talk about that.
No.
These are things we don't talk about.
No. All right, so we're going to do a recap. The shows we've talked about to remind our listeners what shows you should be watching on Boring Friday after Thanksgiving.
And Saturday.
Or
Saturday's
even
pretty
Thursday
boring.
afternoon because there was
I
an
know.
awful lot of hoopty-ha and then it just dies and you're so
I know.
bored.
You're so
Nothing comes on
bored.
TV Thursday night.
That's very true.
So we started off with The Undoing.
The Undoing on HBO.
So that's on HBO, but how did you get it? You got it through Hulu.
Well, because I have the HBO addition to Hulu. So I've
Right.
got I did the upgrade for HBO and Showtime.
So if I'm not mistaken, this weekend, starting today, on Comcast, they're doing free HBO.
Oh, that would be nice.
So you could actually jump in and watch it.
Jump in there.
Now, yeah, and it ends on Sunday. So that's it. You
You've
watch
got
the whole
time.
season, and
You've
the
got
finale
time.
comes on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. We talked about that.
Okay,
that
so
one
that's
is
on
Peacock,
Mm-hmm.
which is something we get with Comcast.
Right, but it's an NBC streaming app.
Yes.
So anybody, and it's free. So anybody
Free.
should be able to access it, even if you have to do it
Yes.
on your phone.
Yeah. And then we talked a little bit about the Michelle McNamara,
I'll be gone in the dark.
I'll Be Gone in the Dark. That was also on HBO.
That was HBO.
Yeah.
Yep.
So another good one
So
to
you're
watch
gonna have
during
to
the
shut
free.
yourself in a room away from your family and tell them, "Don't bother me until it come out."
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else we talk about?
Love Fraud is on show. It was a Showtime
Yeah.
docu-series, but again, I get that through Hulu.
I get it through Hulu too. I didn't need to have
You-
nothing special. It
No.
was just regular Hulu.
Yeah, you pay for
But
an upgrade.
Hulu's on that free list as well for this weekend.
Okay, but if you don't have the Showtime upgrade on Hulu,
I was able to get it. I don't have the Showtime upgrade. I still watched it.
oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't need it.
All right.
I got no Hulu upgrades.
You got no Hulu upgrades. Okay, and so then
Save Me. We just talked about that one. Save Me. And then what was
No, we
the
didn't.
one? Save Me.
was Netflix. Was that Netflix?
That was Netflix, or was it Hulu?
It could have been Prime.
Oh,
One
shoot.
of them was on Prime, I thought.
We're so bad.
I know. You would think we'd be prepared.
We're not. We're
No.
definitely
While
not.
you're looking that up, I'm going to give a shout out to my physical therapy people.
Oh, you should.
So they have been just amazing through this whole shoulder surgery situation. And my physical therapist's name is Bethany, and she works at the Results Physiotherapy in Mount Pleasant on 17. And they are amazing, and I just want to give her a shout out because she's been so supportive, and she's really kept me on track with what I need to do to get through this horrible, ridiculous recovery of this shoulder surgery.
Right.
So thank you, Bethany. I know that you said you were going to start listening, so you better remember to listen.
We'll know now.
We'll be testing now. We'll be dropping little hints, and if you don't mention those hints, I'll know you're not listening.
That's right. So Save Me is on Peacock.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we talked about Love Fraud.
Love Fraud.
That's on Netflix.
That's the one on Showtime.
Okay. And then we talked about all the baking stuff you can find either on Netflix or
Food Network.
So that's
Yeah,
that's
Food
pretty
Network.
easy.
Oh, let's talk about the new cook that we just discovered.
Oh my goodness.
On the Food Network, we're so excited. Her name is Delicious Miss Brown. And I think her first name is Cardia, Kardea Brown. She's out of Charleston.
Yes.
We just discovered her on the Food Network. She also does some stuff on OWN because OWN is starting to bring some cooking shows on, and so they've got a couple of her things on there too.
Yes.
She's been picked up, but it looks like she might be in Edisto. I'm not completely sure. She's in the Charleston area somewhere. It's very scenic and gorgeous, but I am so excited about the food that she's cooking. She's cooking my kind of food, guys. The first episode that I watched, she made a crab meat mac and cheese that, I mean, I probably would have knocked my mother over to get it. So
the episode that I'm watching, she does a bananas Foster upside down cake.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to start looking at some of her recipes and seeing if we are even worthy enough to try to make them. So stay tuned. But you need to look her up on the Food Network because she's got a new cooking show and she's incredible. She cooks my kind of food.
Yeah, her cooking show started, I think, in 2019.
Oh, okay. Well, it's new to me.
New to us because we had no idea.
No idea. We walk around with our head in the sand.
We do.
So,
but when we find something and we love it, we share.
We do share.
We love to
also
share.
Don't forget that we are coming to you today from Tidal Grounds coffee shop in Mount Pleasant as well. And they're off of 41 and 17 in a little shopping center tucked back there. And they have coffee and tea and some baked goods. And it's just really quaint in here. I love the aesthetics of how they've decorated. And it's just so if
really you're local
great.
And you're out and about in the area, check them out.
When you're out shopping this weekend, buy local, support your local businesses.
It's really important for our local economy to keep our local businesses running.
So we hope to be allowed back at some point to do some more recordings. You never know.
Yeah, they've got indoor, outdoor seating.
Yep.
It's just a great little
cute
place.
Inside. It's really cute. So come, and their coffee is wonderful, and of course this tea. I'm really loving this tea.
It is delicious.
Yes. So
that's it.
What else
I think that's it. When we come back, it'll be the beginning of December, and then we are
going to do
going
some Christmas crafts.
Oh my God!
So guys, let me tell you what happened. My poor neighbor that just moved in.
Oh my gosh! We have to tell them why. Why? You have to tell them why. You tell them about your new neighbor, and then we have to tell them how this came to be. Go ahead. Go.
That's what I was going to.
I don't believe it.
Tell them.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my neighbor made the mistake when she moved in. She moved in the summer, and then for Halloween, we live in an apartment complex, and she decorated her front door so cute with like little different sized pumpkins and gourds, and she put this beautiful black and white checked buffalo check mat out with her welcome mat, and she thinks she's cute. So what happened was it awoken to the beast in me. So now I have decided that it's game on, and it's gonna, like, Christmas is gonna vomit all over my front door. In the meantime, Ann and I started watching a show that's called.
We're so bad with the names.
I got this. Holiday Home Makeover with Mr. Christmas.
It is freaking amazing.
Oh my gosh, this guy is a Christmas superhero.
Yeah.
So he goes into these people's homes. I don't know how they get to be on it. And he's in the Jersey area, and he goes into these homes and makes over their home for Christmas, all Christmas stuff. And one of the first episodes that we watched, it was all candy canes and peppermints, and it was really cool. And
so we watched the episode and immediately went to the dollar store and bought every piece of peppermint candy and candy cane we could find.
Yep, and we got hot glue guns. And so within the next couple of episodes, we're going to share with you the crafting that we're doing using candy canes and peppermints from the dollar store.
And then you're going to figure out why we podcast and don't craft.
Yes. So you'll know why this is not a crafting and
not
murder
a craft corner,
because we're about to murder some crafting.
Yes.
But it's okay. It's all about looking homemade.
I guess.
Isn't that the charm of it?
Sure. I guess. But yeah, check that one out. It's on Netflix. It's super good.
That's a really good one to get you into the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
Because that one really got me into
and it's boring. So,
you
know, we work from home, so we're in the house all day. We don't go anywhere.
No. Our big outing is
the coffee shop.
Or physical therapy.
Exactly. When I drive
big outing 3 days a week.
Exactly. So we go in and do that, and it is just boredom.
Which I'm
So
sure
we're
a
going
lot
to
of
start
people
crafting.
that are
Why
working from
not?
home
Why
because
not
of the
craft?
pandemic.
Why not make your own peppermint garland?
Why not? You can.
You
And if I
can.
can do it left-handed, y'all can do it with two hands.
Yes.
So we'll show you. We'll keep you updated on that.
All right, let's talk about our social media.
We have social media.
We do.
We have
We do.
Instagram.
We do.
And on Instagram, it is at Sugar Coated Murder. So easy to find us there. So
We have an
please
email
follow
account.
us.
You can send us an email.
And that is
murder.sugarcoated@gmail.com.
And don't forget, if you want to be on our Christmas card list, you need to send us an email at that email address and let us know your email address or mailing address.
Mailing address, and we'll send
And
you
we'll
a
send
Christmas
you
card.
a Christmas card. And then we have Facebook.
We do. We have a Facebook business page, which is just Sugar Coated Murder Podcast.
Yep.
And then we have a fan page, which is Sugar Coated Murder Podcast fan page.
And how many people are we up to?
I'm going to say we are at 159
Of our closest friends.
of our very closest friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so if you want to be one of our 159 plus closest friends, find us on that Facebook page.
Yeah.
But we do a little extra stuff there.
We do
drop some
contests.
memes, and sometimes we do contests, and sometimes
If we do a video, we'll post it there.
or if we want you all to send us what states to do murders on, we let our fan page pick the states that we're going to cover
Yes.
for murders and stuff like that. So join the fan page because it gives you a little bit of a leg up, but also join us on Instagram because it's all about the Instagram numbers.
Most definitely. And we have merchandise.
We do. We have merchandise because you know why? We have a what, Ann? What is that thing that's called?
Okay, so it's like a tree and it's got links on it.
it's called-
It's a link tree.
Yes, that's so good.
Yeah, thank you.
So you can donate for our next spot of tea wherever we go, and you can buy some merchandise. We both have our Sugar Coated Murder face masks with us today. We get lots of compliments on them. I have a Sugar Coated Murder hoodie on today because I got to cover half of me up anyway.
I decided to offend the public today and wear all Christmas.
We don't care.
I'm all Christmas.
I'll do
I have
that in
Christmas
July.
leggings.
Give me a cool
Christmas
day in July and I'll
sweatshirt,
put that on. Don't worry.
and flip-flops.
Yeah, because that's what we do.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So find our link, and then you'll find our podcast. You'll find
if you find our
web
link
page.
tree, you can request the link tree. If you can't find it, you can email us and we will send it to you personally. I try to post it on on Facebook.
I
But if
post
you're
it every single time we post a new episode.
yeah, it's
I
done. We
post
do
it.
the link tree,
Yeah.
and then also on Instagram, it's in our bio.
Yeah.
So you can find it there.
You
But
find
there's
us.
no reason that you're not finding us because we are out there looking for you.
We are. We're looking for you.
We're looking to make some friends, guys. So
That's right.
We're going to pick y'all individually.
Absolutely. So I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Happy Gobble Gobble Day.
Stay sweet.
Don't murder.
If you kill people,
We're
we
going
will
to talk about you. That's right, guys. Well, we love y'all, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Believe. You can show support to your host by subscribing to the show and giving us a 5-star rating on your preferred platform. Check us out at Believe.com and search for BLEAV on YouTube.